What's going on, guys, and welcome to April's episode of Game of the Month, the show where we pick a game at random every month, and throughout the month, we play it. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
And this month, we played Civilization 6, and we will get into that in a sec. But as you guys know, this episode is delayed, and I apologize, but you guys understand life happens, and it's been very rough, but it's going to get better because we're picking our Game of the Month for May, which the random number is 15.
Risk of Rain 2.
Woo! I just threw that on the list. So we will be playing Risk of Rain 2, which is perfect because the game is growing in popularity. Just came out, and I have a fucking second copy for a lucky person with the name that starts with a K.
Chevy.
And
That's not how you spell that.
yeah, we will be playing Risk of Rain 2 in May. I'm actually really excited for that because I played a little bit. As soon as it was announced, I'm like, I'm buying that because you can get 2 copies for 1. Did it, played it. I was like, this game's fucking dope. I want to play with people. So now I get to play with people. This is fucking awesome. Very happy. What do you guys think about it? In case you guys don't know, Risk of Rain 2 is the sequel to Risk of Rain, which was a 2D roguelike. This one is a 3D roguelike. That's very neat. I'm sure you guys know. Look it up. What do you guys think? It's multiplayer. It's co-op.
It does have multiplayer. I'm interested to try it. Roguelikes are kind of hit or miss for me, and I've yet to find one with like lasting.
They're getting better, dude.
Yeah. Well, and I've played a few, like Moonlighter I played, and I actually think the game's really neat.
Moonlighter, I used to be like, fuck roguelikes. I can't do it. But first one that got me really hooked was fucking Rogue Legacy. Love that game. Moonlighter's awesome. That's also on the list. I added that recently. Dead Cells is a must play. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, I haven't played that one.
There's a couple other good ones too.
Yeah, but otherwise, I mean, yeah, I'm always down to try something out, especially when so many people have said the game is good at this point.
Yeah, I played it. I was like, this is actually really fun. And then everybody's like, this game's amazing. I'm like, is it? I like it, but I didn't realize fucking we're already jumping this far ahead.
Yeah, now people love it.
Yeah, the music's really good too. Chris,
I know literally nothing about it other than I've heard people are enjoying it.
you're gonna know all about it by the end of May.
And have an opinion.
Yeah. So make sure to play Risk of Rain 2, or at least watch a video or watch us stream it at some point at the end of May. We will talk about it. Also, we're moving into a new month. So new PlayStation Plus games finally confirmed, which are Overcooked and What Remains of Edith Finch. Edith Finch, I believe, is a narrative-driven storyline game that apparently is only 2 hours long. Thank you. And because I have so many games to play all the time, and every month that I get a little bit of a break where I decide not to buy Days Gone, not because there's anything wrong with it, but I can just go, I'll pick it up later. Then I can play other games. Very happy about this. And Overcooked, which is a 4-player co-op cooking Bethesda Mama game where you're in the back of trucks that are hauling ass down the fucking freeway. That's what I saw.
Or like crossing an island that's going up and down a river, and
Okay, so real talk, fucking, I'm about to get real with you guys. People, and we just talked about this off camera a bit, but people have been bitching about this month, and I get it because it's probably not that exciting, but we were kind of talking about this, and we buy a lot of games all the fucking time, and I'm really bad about it. Like, I'm always looking for a thing to just throw my money at, like a dumbass, and then I have a game that I'm not playing, and so when we get these games like Overcooked and What Remains of Edith Finch, a game that I've heard about a million times, how amazing it is, and it's only 2 hours long, and I never picked them up. These are actually nice little surprises for me, especially for the format of this channel and how we do random games every month to talk about, because these are games that I, slightly interested in, but probably wouldn't pick up. Now I get to play them. So this kind of stuff's always interesting to me. Overcooked actually looks kind of interesting to me. It looks fun. I mean, it's co-op, so we can definitely play it. It's, cooperative, which I'm into. And it's like a cooking game. How many games are like that nowadays? Not very many. And Edith Finch, if it's only 2 hours and it's got a good storyline, I'm stoked to play it. So I think this month is sounding pretty cool. What do you guys think?
How dare they not give me God of War for free?
What? Where the fuck? God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2. What was the biggest games of last year?
Fucking all of them.
Every month. Give me 2 of them.
No, I love, and like you said, we already talked about it off camera, but yeah, this is great opportunities to try things I wouldn't normally like just go out and necessarily buy. Occasionally you do, but it's usually only because either someone has played it, or like you're like, oh, this looks like a neat little co-op game or something. That's usually like a really strong reason. Overcooked I've had my eye on before, but I've just never pulled the trigger. So Here it is.
Yeah, it was overlooked. Ha! You know what? How fucking dare they give us these games when goddamn Mortal Kombat 11 just came out? Why haven't they give that to me yet?
I had no time to play that. I bought it and I got no time to play it.
Damn, I ain't got no time for you. No time for Mortal Kombat 11. I feel it, dude. This whole week, I'm just like, I ain't got time for shit in my life.
Yeah.
I'm just surviving. I'm in survival mode. Chris, what do you think about Overcooked and Edith?
I've watched people play Overcooked before. It looks like a fun little game. I'm just kind of excited that they've come down this month because, like you said, there's a lot of games I still have to play that I want. I don't have to, but I want to play, and I feel like I can bust these out, relatively quickly, and still have some time to catch up on some older games that I've been meaning to do.
Real Talk Part 2, 2.0. I just fucking started up Path of Exile the other day, and all I want to do is play it. I have like 3 level 40s and a level 20, and I'm just ready to go.
Like when someone picked a certain MMO for Game of the Month, and I haven't been able to quit playing it since.
Yeah, you've been living in that. I picked that too. That's my fault.
Yes, you did.
Jesus Christ, what have I done? So yeah, everybody seems pretty optimistic.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what do you think about these games for PlayStation Plus. Are you excited? Are you not excited? And don't talk about them too much because we have to talk about them at the end of May for Game Plus Club. Yeah. We have an iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you want to listen to us. And yeah, we also have Discord, link down below. Talk to us anytime, all the time. Am I missing anything in the intro aside from Chris needing to talk about something? This is all fucked up.
Very long intro.
This week's been really fucked up.
Yeah.
But we're giving this episode. I'm very excited. The energy's pretty good, which I'm happy about. Because when I got home, I'm like, I'm fucking ready to die. I'm about to go find a hole in the backyard and lay in it. Chris, you were not here for Plus Club, so let's get your quick opinions on whatever the fuck we played. What were those games?
Conan Exiles and The Surge.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, it's a distant memory.
Start with The Surge.
Yeah,
So The Surge.
hated it.
I'm gonna give it a C. It's comparable. It's enjoyable, but it just feels kind of empty. There just feels like there's something missing from it.
Perfect.
And it just feels like an empty Dark Souls.
Yeah, I mean, those are fuck. I could have just said that in the last episode and been done with it too. It's fun. It's just not Dark Souls.
There's something missing from it. Yeah.
They are making a Surge 2. Are you interested in that at all?
Yeah, because I think they can go do really good things with this game.
Yeah. I saw a video and it looks a lot more fast paced and a lot smoother, and he's out in the fucking like woods. Which I was like, that's interesting.
You know what's really funny is like, and I don't know, did you watch the Plus Club video?
Nope.
Oh.
Hell no. He doesn't watch this shit.
I like how
He's just on it.
he said like it feels like it's missing something, and that was literally like what we all had said too. So
Yeah.
anyways, I just wanted to say that.
I mean, yeah, it does. It almost feels like, for me, it almost felt like a good game, but I was like, it's just not. It's not there. It's almost. It's a good idea. They just didn't nail it. Conan Exiles, give it to me. Give it to me straight.
Conan Exiles, I'm also going to give a C. Only because it feels like a really bad port of a good PC game.
There's some,
Someone else said that.
I think some chick on Reddit. I think it was a chick because I think the name seemed kind of, no. I don't know who they were.
Some person on Reddit.
Some person on Reddit was saying something similar. They said it was the worst game they've seen on PS4, and I was about to say, like, go play Space Hulk, dog.
I wouldn't say that.
No, hell no. I don't even think you can have that opinion unless you just haven't seen much games on there. But because there's just like factually worse looking games. But yeah, they said like it felt like a bad PC port, and I actually kind of I don't like, and I'm not saying like, opinions are opinions. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't see it. So it's just really interesting.
It just felt limiting in certain aspects of it, like the servers. You had to join their pre-made servers, which I get because it's on PlayStation, but it feels like just that kind of weird. Like this was a game designed to be played on PC, and they just kind of slid it over to PS4. Just kind of like here you go.
I actually kind of like that just because all the features that you get on a PC, they managed to make work on a PS4. Which was kind of amazing because you were saying they have the pre-made servers. You can also rent out servers, which is $10 a month. Cody knows someone who knows someone who knows someone, and and you can make your own server, but it's limited in the distance you can be away from each other, but it didn't bother me too much. And sometimes it's like kind of sucks that someone can't just go do their own thing somewhere, but at the same time, if you're playing in a cooperative way, it kind of makes sense to go on adventures and stuff, so it feels more like a cooperative game at that point.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I just felt kind of aimless, and I get it's a survival game. It's kind of just sandboxy, do what you want to do. But usually there's like something to kind of like guide you a little bit. Usually, or it feels like it was trying to, but it didn't convey it very well.
Yeah, that's fair. So 2 C's. I think me and Chevy both gave Conan an A-. So quite a difference.
Yeah.
And I think Chevy gave The Surge.
I gave it a C+.
C+, because I gave it a B.
I could be wrong.
I
don't remember anymore.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Legend of the episode.
Yeah. I actually think this is one of the best months in general this year so far in the games we've had. Because I gave an A-, a B something, and
it was in the B range.
Civ, we're just about to talk about, so you can find that out. Yeah, anything else when it comes to those games?
No.
I'm mad I couldn't be naked.
PC only.
That's PS4's.
I know.
That's Sony's
That's
fault.
a rating. That's a ratings thing. I read about it.
Yeah, that's Sony.
That's
going.
a Sony thing.
Yeah, that's them and people.
I wanted to hang dong. Damn it.
You can on
Play
PC.
on PC.
Yeah, it's bold. It's a bold move.
I honestly
have them balls.
Would be pretty willing to buy that game because I
have it for PC.
Well, yeah. So we got the game for free on PS4, and I haven't given them any money. I think you were even thinking about buying DLC for it.
Oh, 100%. It's like $40 for all the DLC, and I was like, that's fair because I've played it so much, and I plan on still playing it so much that I really want to give them money because anyone who watches the channel knows I like to support anything that I like. So
yeah,
even if I get it for free, I'm like, okay, but how can I give you money? Because I want you to know that I like you. If I like you, I just give you money.
I'm sure the devs appreciate it.
Nope. They're like, God damn it, this guy again. I don't want your money. It's all beardy and weird. All right, let's get into Game of the Month. I'm so excited Risk Rain 2. It's Game of the Month for May. Very excited to talk about that and play it more. So yeah, in April, not May, we played Civilization 6. In case you have snuck around in the last 20 years without ever hearing about strategic turn-based games, Civilization 6 or Civilization in general is a game series is probably the most famous turn-based strategic warfare / sim out there. It's a game where you start as a civilization from the beginning of their time, and you go throughout the years building up your civilization in diplomatic or in military ways. You go to war or you don't, or you strive to become better and smarter and win by a scientific fucking victory. Go to space. Apparently in Civ 6 we never got that far, but you can go to Mars or some shit.
Yeah,
you can win by religion. You can send your religion to me and I'll fucking annihilate you. Real talk. I don't fucking handle. I don't like that sneaky shit. Try and invade me. Don't be sending your fucking little people up to be like, hey, you should be a part of our team. I'm like, nope, get him out of here. I'm going to kill all of you. Anyway, Civ 6 is the 6th in the series. I'm sure there's a bunch of side ones and mobile games and shit of the beloved franchise. It's been around for a while. People fucking love it. It's huge. Civ 5 was like, the game. People were playing on Steam for fucking years when it came to turn-based games. And Civ 6 came out to mixed reviews. But it seems like all Civs always kind of have mixed reviews because people get used to the Civ they like, and the changes they make they typically don't jive with. Whereas for me, I'm always like, this one's different, this one's different, this one's different. I like them all. Anyway, we played this month, and who wants to start with their impressions of Civ 6? I actually played it before this month. Did you guys just play it this month?
Mm-hmm.
So when do you guys start?
Okay. So the first thing I noticed when I started playing Civ was the art style is very different. Though I do know this game is also on Switch, and so that makes a lot of sense in that regard as well. At first, I actually was a little nervous about it, but after playing it, it actually Wow. No, I meant just the art style part. It grew on me really fast, actually, especially because it seems like the game just kind of like loading wise flows really well constantly.
It's interesting. Before the game came out, people did direct side-by-side comparisons, and maybe now they're not the same comparisons, but before it came out, the graphics texture-wise were lower than 5's, but things were like more circular and clean looking in 6. So I think they did that to maybe save memory
Probably
on the loading, but I've also noticed the animations are way more detailed.
They are. There's also when you switch different like to tactical view and stuff like that, it loads like instantly.
Yeah.
So
and in between turns loads so much faster than 5.
Yeah, so it just seems a lot better optimization in that regard, and I do think the graphic or the art style choice is a huge part of that. They also changed up a bunch of systems from 5, like you kind of mentioned before, and that gave people mixed reviews. For me, I mean, I don't think it's better or worse than Civ 5. It's just different, and I still like it.
Hard opinion on that.
You a hard opinion?
No, never.
Because the big one I think is in Civ 5. You when you get a worker, you can put them on automation, and they just start improving everything. As for in Civ 6, you get I don't know if they're called workers in Civ 6. Builders, yeah. And then you give them a task, and I believe you get 3 of them, and then they're gone.
Yeah, they're like a tool. They're like a potion.
Yeah.
You got 3 of them, you pop them, and then you're done. You got to make more. It's weird.
It is. Yeah. Well, and then like even making roads, you have to make trade routes, and that's how the roads are made and stuff. So unless you're Rome.
Not me. I'm Rome, baby.
All roads lead to Rome.
None of my roads lead to Rome.
I literally built Rome in a day.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. The way everything is, because a lot of this is going to be like just kind of the way they've designed the game, because it's still Civ at the end of the day. Like, and
oh yeah,
and I do enjoy it for that aspect. I do think they made really good decisions when it came to UI stuff. I think it's very clean. I love how easy it is to find things too. So if you're trying to build stuff, it's all in categories, which is really nice. And then even like your skill trees and stuff, it gives you a list view, which you can use. And if you want to plan ahead, you can bring up the skill tree view of it instead. And it's instant.
It seems like there's so much more, at the very least, accessible information that's very intuitive. Because I'm sure 5 had that information too. Me and you actually played a shitload of 5, so we're not new to that at all. But in this, it just seemed like with like a click, you just had all this info that was just simply put in front of you. Quickly, you can just get in and fucking start moving your Civ forward, and I fucking loved that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think overall, like, and this is gonna sound really weird, but I've probably put about 20 hours into this throughout the month, and I don't feel like I got a good enough taste. I mean, which is crazy for a lot of games. For Civ, that was like 2 unfinished games.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you got to play at least like fucking 10 of them.
It's such an investment of time, and if Civ has a downfall, if you can consider it a downfall, it is the time investment aspect.
You can't hop in and hop out. Yeah. Although they do have a multiplayer mode where you can make your move and then just kind of send it to the other person you're playing with, and then they can do it at their leisure. Although it does tell you, don't wait too long. Don't make them wait forever. But it's cool that you can have multiple games going and make your move kind of like chess and shit. So.
Yeah, it's like the old days of like mailing your moves.
Bobby Fischer.
But I mean, I might think of more things to kind of say about my impressions of the game when you guys start saying. But overall, like, I had a pretty good time with this. As far as a sequel goes, I think they did a good job in that regard. They took a bunch of the systems that they had to add later in 5. They're there in the get-go, which is great. I really think I need to personally go through and play with less victory conditions at a time to kind of adjust myself to the rules of this game.
Just fucking total annihilation.
Mostly I just want to turn religion off. The waves of people showing up at your doorstep.
Believe me, I turned religion off. It's off. They turned it on. I turned that shit right the fuck off.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, who wants to jump in?
I'll jump in because I'm going to do this real fucking fast. Okay, so Civ 6, I love this game. I'm so happy that you guys got to play it too because I bought this a while back because we played Civ 5 a lot. Love Civ 5 so much. And I took the Gamble 6. I was like, a lot of people are saying it's kind of whatever. Started playing and I'm like, this took all the good ideas from 5 and with its core base vanilla game has more to offer than Civ 5 did when it first came out. So it's a deeper game already at start. Looks great. Animations are awesome. The music is always great in Civ, but I love the music in 6. I love it in 5. Fucking, you just sit there listening to it as you're playing. It's so relaxing when you're destroying your enemies. And
listening to fiddles when you're America.
Yeah.
Waiting for that piccolo to come shrilling in the background.
It's got all the settings you could want in a Civ to have, your own custom matches or wherever you want to play. The amount of Civs in the game is awesome. They're all really interesting. They're all pretty different than Civ 5. So even if you're playing a country that you played in the last game, there's things that are different there. So it's a whole new experience pretty much. We played together and that was a blast. I loved that. It was essentially a glorified just hangout session while we're doing our Civ stuff, which is always a good time for me. Shout out to Keith for hanging out with us and also playing with us and backing me up when it fucking mattered. Chris was there as well. He did it in a weird way though. He fucking pretty much I went to war with these people because I keep referencing it because it was very detrimental to my life and I will always remember this moment. But they tried to send some religion up to my Civ and Chevy's like, they're gonna fucking take you over. I was like, what? And I fucking instantly just went to war. And everybody's like, he went to war. I'm like, he fucking said. And then as soon as I said that, Keith's just like, I got something for that bitch. And he started sending shit over. I'm like, you just been waiting to go to war? Just instantly was just ready to go.
He's ready to party.
And Chevy and Chris are just like,
landlocked, man.
I got a buffalo or wherever the hell, llama to send you. And I got one catapult.
My donkey cart.
Donkey. Yeah. Donkey Kong. Fucking... He's like, I can send you some donkeys. I was like, send anything. I don't care. I'll fucking use it.
I just got to throw stuff at them.
Yeah. So it's just me and Keith for a while, but Keith got stuck in the mountains trying to get around my bullshit.
I sent you money.
Everybody sent me checks, and I was very, very grateful for that. It was like my birthday every couple 100 years, wherever the fuck that war took. Yeah, that was really fun. That stream is also up, so make sure to check that out if you're interested in that. But yeah, very fun. I enjoyed that. The server latency is way better than 5. That's a huge fucking compliment to it because if there's one thing with 5 I didn't like, and this happened on multiple different PCs in multiple different places, different networks, different internet, blah, blah, blah. There's a thing that the longer you play Civ 5, the longer the turns start taking. And there's many reasons for that, but one of them specifically is because there's so many things, especially when playing against NPCs and stuff, that the computer now has to keep thinking about as the Civs get bigger and shit. They streamline that to a point where you don't notice it. It's way faster, which I swear when we played 5 back in the day for like 9 hours straight one time, towards the end it was taking like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty bad
for the server to fucking figure out all the moves and shit. It was going on for that long, and the server's like, Jesus Christ, guys, fucking somebody win. And this time, I think we played for like 5 hours and didn't experience anything outside of just waiting for people to make a decision.
Couple disconnects.
Well, yeah, but the game's also very good about reconnecting you whenever it happens. It's not just like, okay, rejoin. It's like, okay, hold on a second, we're taking care of this.
I think the worst one we had was because I think you unsynced twice. Chris unsynced once, and then he actually disconnected once. Mm-hmm. And so the AI or computer took over his character, but it was really good about slipping him right back into control of that when he came back too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's just got. In my opinion, I think it's improved on everything that really mattered, and I think it's awesome. And I do see it almost parallel to Civ 5. I think it's as good, if not, dare I say, maybe a little better than Civ 5. And I love Civ 5. I think Civ 6 is a little better. Base game, because I know they added a bunch of stuff to Civ 5 later. But what you get with Civ 6 when you buy it is a lot, and it's awesome, and I really enjoy it. And I love everything about it. It's just a really great experience to play a game, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chris.
I played a total of 4 games with Keith, actually, in every single one of them. And I had a lot of fun with it. to add on to what you guys already said, because I agree with everything you guys said so far. The historical accuracies from what I remember in my history classes, ancient history for me, the characters seem really accurate to how they are known historically. Like Rome. Rome doesn't like it when your city doesn't expand and doesn't have a strong military force. Like, they really don't like that. And like the other characters seem really accurate to how they are portrayed historically, which I really like in a game like this, where it is kind of like, you're playing with history and you're making it your own, but they still need to be accurate to the representation of how the cultures were, which I really like.
And if it's anything like Civ 5, there was the original AIs that are built for those civs, and then you can put on random, so you don't know what they're going to be like, but it is cool that they do kind of give characteristics to what those civilizations were like.
Shout out to Gandhi nuking everyone all the fucking time.
Yeah, that one,
that guy.
That one's not quite too accurate, but
nuclear Gandhi.
He loved that button.
If I had nukes, I would too, dude. In that game.
Historically, I haven't played a lot of Civs before, so jumping into this was actually really easy. It was less complicated than I thought it would be.
Oh, that's good to hear.
5 did that though.
Yeah.
So it is cool.
I had 5, and I played a bit of it, but not like a lot of it. But this one just seemed really easy. Like, at first it was like, oh my god, there's all these little menus and stuff like that. But as I just kind of played, it was really like laid out in such a way that it was just easy for me to grasp.
Yeah, they with 5 they introduced it, and 6 I think just really pushes it even further. They make Civ, not saying if you don't know how to play Civ you're an idiot, but they make it idiot proof in the sense that like it reminds you of every important thing that you could be doing right now in a very non-intrusive way. There's just a thing on the right, and it's like, these are all the things that you could be doing right now, and here's the things you should be doing. And then your advisors, if you have them on, will be kind of telling you how to do stuff. You could literally not even understand what you're looking at. Like, you should be doing this. And you're like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And you can start just clicking the things on the right and all the options you have, and you can still get by. And eventually you'll learn it. So, I mean, like, it really, like it looks, when you first look at it, you're like, it's a fucking map with numbers and resources.
Very intimidating board game.
It looks really intense. I was like, when we were doing the stream, I was like explaining it. And as I was explaining, I'm like, it's not really that crazy of a concept. But like visually, you're just looking at a fucking map.
Yeah.
So it's like hard to be like, this game's great, because it's like, okay, it's fucking geography. Like, what are you doing?
It's a micromanagement game. It's all systems.
Which is, this is one of those games that I'm not thinking about when I'm not playing it. But when I do play it, it's really hard to stop playing it. Even in that stream, Chris is like, I got to go to bed. I'm like, just one more turn. And then fucking, I did the one turn. I'm like, wait, I meant 3. There's 3 turns I got to do.
That's the expression for Civ, though. The joke is just one more click.
Yeah, so. It's not addictive in the sense that I need it now, but it's addictive when you're playing and you're just like, I don't want to stop until I've conquered everyone.
The longer the game goes, too, you're sitting there thinking about like the next 30 things you're trying to do, and so you're just waiting to get to those points. So that more and more click mentality is more so like, I'm almost there, man. I have that thing I'm working on. I gotta finish it. Like, so
wrapping it back around though, it's just cool that hearing someone who's hopping in. You've played 5, you said, but like a little bit. But hopping in, it would be intimidating looking at first. But the game is so streamlined at this point that it's cool to hear that you just kind of understood it pretty easily. Like, it's a really good design in that sense.
There's also really like intricate subtleties to it that come in later on once you know more about the game. Like, I was in the jungle at one point, and I didn't realize that having jungle terrain slows my production down. And Keith was like, hey, you should clear cut all that stuff around your cities because it's slowing your production down. I was like, I had no idea. It didn't even tell me that, but that makes a lot of sense.
You also get a quick boost for the lumber. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many little systems that, like, if you really got them all down, that's how you can just, like, there's room to become better outside of just being strategic. Yeah. That's my favorite thing, because I love strategy and tactics and stuff like that. But then, like, when we were playing, I was like, I don't know all the systems. I had my tactics down, and I fucking destroyed that bitch south of me, and I was locking her in, too, and the people below her, too, they're not going anywhere. But, but I was like, that was my first round in a while playing the game, and I was just like, I don't remember how to play this. And I'm just like, I need as much land as possible so that they can't go anywhere. And then I'll learn the game.
That's like one of the first game I played of this, also with Keith. Keith played every game with us, apparently.
He's war hungry. He's not getting along with anybody.
No.
As soon as we show up on the map, he's like, "Who's this bitch?" I'm like, "Whoa."
He and I were allies, and he was spying on me.
Damn. Dude, yeah, he's fucking creepy. He came over to my area because he's like, "Oh, I'll help you with the war effort." As soon as he gets there, he's like, "You got a diamond here?" He's just looking at all my shit. And then he's like, fucking helping the war effort, but I'm pretty sure he's trying to take some of those fucking cities. He's sneaky. I'm glad he's on my team, but how much on my team is he?
Uh-huh. Is he? Or is he just playing us all for fools?
He's a fucking double agent. All for England.
I lost track of. Oh, so yeah,
it
was my first round though, and I was sitting there playing, and then like 1 or 2 rounds in, I was like, "Where's the blah blah blah?" I can't remember at this point, but and Keith started like explaining like the game to me. I was like, "No, hold on, I have played Civ, so I literally just need like the location of the thing I'm asking for." And he's like, "Oh, it's right here." I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah, it's kind of a natural thing though when you're playing Civ though, and someone asks a question because you know you want them to enjoy themselves, so you want to fucking make sure they know how to play and stuff. You don't be like, "Don't go, don't leave."
No,
it's fun. I swear.
I wasn't upset. I was just I had to like stop and go, "Hold on, before we do this, I have played Civ. So
okay, Keith. I'm a fucking expert. Okay,
no, not an expert.
Next time you fucking say anything to me about Civ, you call me fucking sir. Okay,
whatever,
Sir Chevy.
We're gonna hear about this in Discord.
May I please? That's what I want to hear.
No, I really
Who played Civ 5? I did. Only me. That's what Chevy sounds like.
4 and 3. No, I
off
did
camera.
Skip.
That's how he talks.
I did not play 4, but 2 and 3 I played as well. So
it's like I own the fucking guild, or the hell that thing is called in Final Fantasy 14. I'm not bringing up Final Fantasy 14. We're not talking about that. I own the fucking free company.
I mean, I do.
See? See? Oh shit! Chris has got some RGB lighting on his head. That's a perfect reaction. Yeah, that. What were we talking about? Chris liked it. We all liked it. You got anything else you want to say on it, Chris? We kind of just went off into a bunch of shit when he said something.
No. The only thing that was mildly annoying, and it was just a minor thing, was the constantly, "Hey, the game's waiting for you. Hey, the game's waiting for you. Hey, the game's waiting for you."
Are you sure that wasn't me telling you that?
No.
I'm trying to get to the next turn. Like, come on, guys, let's go. I'm in the middle of a war. I don't want to wait.
No, if you're the last person, the game will be like, "Hey, everyone's waiting."
But I gotta move my 12 donkeys. Move them fucking later. The war is now. The donkeys are later. They'll be alive in 100 years. It's fine.
Listen, those donkeys killed all the barbarians for me and Chevy.
It's true.
I was hunting fucking barbarians.
Too busy trying to make cities.
Also, shout out to Frado. It was originally Fardo, but evolved into Frado. He was a lone scout who, while I was at war, my whole country is at war, he was off in the north by himself, just a scout, fucking running into every group of barbarians possible. And he survived for a long time, leveled like 3 times. And after his death, I fucking named all my cities that I'd taken from the enemy to the south after him. Like Frododopia, New Frodoton, a bunch of other shit. So, and then
I named one of my new cities after him.
Yeah, to keep tradition, you know, he also named it after Frodo. And my religion, my religion is Frodo's Witness. I'm very excited to spread Frodoism.
Oh man.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Chris?
No.
Mild annoyance, but overall, game was cool. Yeah. It's a social game, so it's kind of hard to, you know, if you're friendly and you like people, and you like playing games with them, I think it's a pretty easy game to have fun with.
Yeah. It's also, you know, you could play it any way you want because it has a lot of modifiers when you're making your game too. So if you don't want to go to like have a war as your victory, you can literally shut it off. Yeah, you can
just have like a chill sesh where everybody's just kind of like making
racing
their civs better. Yeah.
Then
like,
you don't have to fight.
Yeah, fucking the world's so nice without war.
So
I love it so much. I'll just sit around with sunglasses drinking fucking
also don't
mint
do
juleps.
Don't play a match like your first like Keith was setting the parameters for our match when it was me and him and Chris, and it was the 3 of us versus 3 computer opponents, and then he meant to only have, I think it was like 4 city states, and it switched to 24 after he went through. God. So we just kept running into city states constantly. I'm like,
that's my nightmare.
What the hell? Why are there so many? He's like, I only put 4. And we finally checked. Like, it's 24, dude.
You only put 4 plus a 2 before it. I don't know what that means, but
it almost happened again when we played with you too.
I know.
It was
there's all sorts of weird shit happening when he was setting the game up. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's happening. This is gonna be a surprise.
Yeah, so don't do that.
All right. Anything else you guys want to say on that before we move into recommendations?
No.
I'm gonna reemphasize. I love this game. Recommendations. I'm gonna jump in. I have a recommendation, but also a challenge for everybody, right? So if you like strategy games, if you like turn-based games, even if you like games like XCOM, any game that's turn-based, anything that where you have to think about your next turn and hit a button to go to the next one, you probably already played Civ. You might be thinking of playing Civ 6. You probably already played it. If you haven't, play it. It's fucking awesome. You already know this. I don't need to tell you. My challenge is, though, because this is a very niche game, I really do believe most people could enjoy this game. If this game looks like a game you would not play, you should try it. You should play it with friends and try it out, because I think you might, if there's one game that's turn-based that you might dig, it's probably this, because it's been made in a way that is accessible to, I think, most people, and I think you could have fun with this. So my recommendation is turn-based games. You probably played it. If you haven't, play it 100%. But I think everybody should try this game.
Also, for a note on that one, if you don't want to buy the game to try it, but you know someone who has it, the game has hot seat.
Yeah.
So you can literally
Which
take
is
turns.
where you heat up a pan on the stove and you put it in your chair, and your buddy sits on it, and when he can't take it anymore, he jumps up, and the other person sit down.
Close.
Hot
Sounds
seat.
like a horrible game.
Dude, some people are in some weird shit. I don't judge. That's just a real thing that a lot of people do that I don't know. I feel like they might. Guarantee somebody did
You know
it.
too much about this.
Yeah. Maybe my ass is taking a burning. Yeah, no, it has that. So you can play this game with people on the same computer, which is really cool.
Or Switch.
Also, just throwing out there, because some people don't know this. When we're playing, Keith didn't know this. Saves on Switch and PC can be transferred. So if you have both and you buy it on both, and you want to take your game that you've been playing with you, you can do it on Switch. So that's really cool. And I really think it's weird that it's on Switch and nothing else.
Yeah, it's
but
bizarre.
It's kind of a cool get for Switch, because it diversifies what the fuck the Switch has over other people, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, any other? Mine was really broad, but I really think that people who aren't interested in this game and have never played it should touch it and figure out if they like it, because I don't think they know.
Probably
for
not.
sure.
So besides the obvious, like strategy games, turn-based games,
Ooh, if you like history.
I would also add, if you don't necessarily, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. So if you want to play a game, but you can't just like sit there and be attentive to it constantly, because of the nature of the game, you can literally get up at any point in time and go do what you got to do and come back, and it's going to be waiting for you. So you can play the game at your pace, and if that is something you need every once in a while, it's the perfect game for that. So,
or if you're a piece of shit like me and you have an ultra wide monitor and you just shrink the game down a bit, move over to the left, and then watch all your podcasts on the right side of your screen, it's a great game for that.
Yeah,
because you can pretty much just watch it and not even really pay attention. You can catch up on all the MCU movies like Black Panther and Thor Ragnarok, like I've been doing recently, and just fucking doing this. It's perfect for that.
It really is. It is definitely a good game for multitasking, or for I have to get up a bunch, but I still want to play something. So
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I mean, yeah, you should be doing that anyways, regardless of what you're playing.
I do. All the time. I drink a lot of liquids. Believe me.
Anything to add on to that, Chris?
I think we really have to emphasize that you need to have a lot of time to play this game.
Or be willing to come back to
I
it.
don't recommend this to people who don't have time. You won't be able to play it.
Or if you can't sit down and play a game for extended amounts of time, like a game, you probably will have a difficult time with this.
Yeah.
Dude, I was fucking ready to start playing another game while we're playing that, so fucking come at me.
I was playing my phone games at the same time, waiting for my turns to
Dude, my Switch was calling me. I was just looking at him like, Chocobo Dungeon Everybody? Which is, shout out to Chocobo Dungeon Everybody. That game's fucking sick.
Another strategy game.
Yeah. Pretty much. Where's Front Mission at? Wow, man.
All right.
No, that's a good thing to bring up because we're talking about recommendations, and that's something that is a counter to the recommendation. Like if you don't got the time to invest or you can't sit for a long time, you're not going to get enjoyment out of this because you're not going to be fulfilled. You're never going to beat it. You're never going to win a match because if you're like, I can't do this for too long, this is a long sit. I mean, even the short games last multiple hours typically. So this is not. Maybe there's some mods out there where we can have like a 30-minute match, but I don't know what the fuck. The slow burn of the game is the fun part of it. You're like experiencing that build to something.
You can definitely Zerg rush in the beginning, but
yeah, that's fucking boring though.
Yeah,
unless you're just doing
you're gonna get bored of that fast.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
because I love going to war in these games, not because I'm like a fucking warmonger, although I kind of am in these games. It brings out something in me, but I love the strategy aspect, and this game, I think, feels more strategic in its battle, especially when you're sieging castles and stuff. There's a lot more steps you have to go through, and I
agree with that.
I really dig it. So, I want to build that army and fucking best somebody, not just go, let's go fucking. I mean, I do that to barbarians, but they're pests, so I just go fucking murder them. They're not people. They're less than human. They're fucking. There's rats and then them.
Neanderthal.
Nah, Neanderthal's cool with me. They're fine. Denisovans, they're all good. Anything else? Any other recommendations? Any other counters or precautions? If you hate history, play this game. Stop hating history. It's important.
You can change history then.
Yeah. Yeah. Be the history you wanted to be.
I was Buddhist Germany in my first game.
See?
Yeah, that's a weird one. That's a weird one. Yeah, so let's get into grades.
Okay.
I'm just going to fucking throw it out there. I'm going to throw my grade out there. I'm giving this an A-. I fucking love this game. It's awesome. I could play it anytime as long as other people are playing it. I can play it by myself, and when I start playing it, I can't stop playing it. I enjoy every aspect of it. I don't think there's really anything wrong with it. Religion is annoying as shit, but, I take care of annoying things fucking with force. So, other than that, yeah, A- easy. I probably would have gave Civ 5 an A- as well because I love that game. So it's just kind of more of the tradition of me loving Civ. This game is great. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna echo you. I was thinking A- this whole episode, anyways.
A- month. I can't give it a B. It can't be a B in my brain.
Well, okay, it's hard not to give something an A- that you can like willingly sit down and play for like 10 hours. Like at that point you're enjoying yourself or you just have a problem. So
there's a lot of roguelikes that I dig. We talked about that earlier that I don't know if I could give them A's, but I love playing them just because their nature is addictive. But like, the experience I get with Civ is fulfilling feeling to me.
It's different every game too.
Yeah,
which is nice.
It's just between like the visuals, the music, the adventure of building your civilization, and just the tactics that I've used that either benefit me or don't. There's this long investment in every game that resonates with me more than like a fighting game I really like a lot or something. So
yeah, it also helps that like every decision is like made.
Yeah.
So yeah, A-. The only thing that I have like a minor gripe about, and I'm not even sure I'm right on this, I just feel this way. I feel like this game is out the door, the gate, harder than Civ 5.
Oh, 100%. But I love that.
It's not a complaint.
Yeah.
It's just like when I first started playing, I was like, I don't remember Civ being so quickly difficult.
We were playing on like the third difficulty, and I was just like, this chick's fucking coming at me pretty hard.
So
I'm running out of money.
And it's not so much a complaint as much as like really kind of threw me off at first. So
yeah, we got to the point in Civ 5 where we were kind of just like, we're playing and having fun, but like I never felt challenged, and we weren't playing on easier modes. So I do welcome, because there is more factors they've added to the whole game. the strategy has expanded.
For sure.
And the AI has to be able to utilize all those, even though it really likes to go hard on fucking religion.
Waves.
The AI loves religion.
Of them. Yeah.
It's just like every match starts, and like typically you're ready for someone to try and start talking shit with you or trying to be buddies with you, but all the AIs are just like, go put the religion up in their tent, go. And there's just a bunch of people creeping up. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And they're like, oh, don't worry about them.
Go teach them to pray to this rock.
We're staying down here. Don't worry about us. We're down here. They're just walking by. They can walk through the neighborhood. It's not your fucking neighborhood. They're walking down the street. Shut up.
You can't even just like stop them either. You have to literally
Dude,
go to their door and be like,
when I was
fucking stop.
As soon as you're like, they're coming to fucking take over your place, I was like, can I tell them to stop? You're like, no, you're gonna have to stop them. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
pretty much.
Chevy's convinced me to go to war in like 5 words.
in like 5 turns.
Yeah, I went to war so quick, it was stupid. As soon as you're like, you can't stop them, I'm like, I will fucking stop them. It's over. Whether I go bankrupt and I die, so one of us is fucking not going to be on this island anymore. Just because they sent like 5 people up to go, hey, have you thought about your relationship with Jesus Christ? I'm like, get off my porch. Believe what you want to believe. I'm all about it. I believe a lot of things. Believe me. But do it over there.
All right, A-, A-, and
D-.
I was gonna go with, initially I was thinking a B+, but thinking about the things that I have issues with, it's more of minor issues and gripes on my end. So I probably will go with a weak A-. But the only things I have gripes about are things like the art style. I did not enjoy the cartoony look to the game. I was looking for something more realistic-ish.
Age of Empires, dog.
What?
Age of Empires, dog.
Yeah. I don't know. It just was kind of odd to see all these like little cartoony people stabbing each other.
it's adorable.
Dude, my fucking Roman dude was doing a front flip and stabbing fucking people. I was like, what the hell?
Watching my donkey cart do 360 donuts on top of barbarians was just really odd.
History and the brutality of history and the dark aspects of history should, if you're going to be playing and enjoying that, made light of slightly. Like, oh man, look at this like borderline genocide that's happening on the map that you decided to do. Oh, look at the donkey. Like, just fucking peeling out and shit. You're like, haha, that's not so bad. Or I'm like in the middle of a war, I'm sieging a castle and people are dying all over the place. But my guy's like, what? And does a fucking front flip and shit. I'm like, people don't do that in real life. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. The cartoony nature kind of was slightly off-putting, and the builders thing really bothered me. How you got 3 turns and then they were done.
I kind of
like it. Yeah, it was just so different that I was just like, what the fuck? Because before I just like turned them auto on, and they just like went,
and then you'd forget about it.
And then you're just like done. You're like, okay, just wait.
Also,
it's like
all of a sudden you just had freeways. You're like, good job, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one man. Pay me more.
And then they get to the point where they go off running a corner and just stand there because they're done with everything.
Yeah,
and you have to start getting rid of them.
Yep.
So I kind of like that they're like a fucking utility, a little potion that you make and go, do this.
More than three abilities, though. I mean,
I'm surprised there's not a civ that has like an extra.
I think there's a
perk or whatever, a talent thing you can pick where it gives them 5 uses.
It's one of the government ones.
Cool. Yeah.
When you're making your government. Yeah.
To make it work harder, was it Russia?
Gives you an extra use. So
the communism.
No.
This is all for the better good.
No, you know how you get essentially like the cards you can put in to develop your government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of them is just an extra turn on your builders. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, it's been 3 turns. It's time to turn in and die. No, I'm sorry, Igor. You have to do it 5 times now.
You don't get potato anymore. You give back now.
You give back now. Give back the potato. Da. So A- is across the board.
Across the board.
We even convinced Chris to fucking edge it up there a bit.
I think he just remembered how fun it was to play. So.
Except for Arcel, he hates that shit. Fucking, I want it real and gritty and fucking grayscale, black and white, high contrast.
Like, this ain't an HBO enough for me.
Just with, yeah. Where's the nudity?
I'm adult now and I expect adult content.
Fucking A, I'm with you there. Let us know in the comments. Do you expect adult content in your adult life? What'd you think of Civ 6? Have you played it? Have you not played it? Why haven't you played it? Why do you play it? Do you enjoy it? Do you prefer this one over 5? Do you not? Do you like 6 better? Do you like 4? I remember when 5 was out, people were like, 4 is the best one. And then I also heard 3 is the best one. So everybody's got their preference. Which one is your preference? Who do you typically play as? And what are some of your favorite features? What's something crazy that's happened? Have you ever been Rome and just decimated everybody? And yeah, let's get it for this episode of Game of the Month. Quick reminder that our Game of the Month in May is Risk of Rain 2. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook at Tasty Gaming. Check out my streams and Chris's streams on Twitch at Tasty Senpai, all one word, and Chris is Tasty_fruit. You can watch my streams on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I dual stream when I stream, and they are also uploaded when I'm done, so you can watch them later. I just did a reaction to the Borderlands 3 stream that everybody should watch. My stream, that's fine, but just watch it in general. There's a lot of really cool shit they showed off. I also reacted to the fucking abomination that is the Sonic movie. But, real quick thing, the director has came out, acknowledged that he hears everybody and what they're saying, and they are somehow going to retroactively fix the way he looks in that movie.
I mean, he's CG, so...
That's unprecedented. I can't think of anybody doing that.
Well, I can't either.
That's a crazy... The movie looks done.
Yeah.
It looks like shit, but it looks done. Everybody's like, how are they going to do that? Well, Sonic looks like shit already, so just use some of that budget they saved that money on making that and fucking make it look better. I don't know, but really interesting. We're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. We have a Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. Yeah, again, sorry about the delay, things in life, but we did it. We're here. And yeah, my name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
Until the next episode, which might be Tastecast this weekend, have a good week, guys, and take it easy.